Hi, today we'll be taking a look at the new Genesis deck from the upcoming Clan Selection Volume 2 featuring Regalia and Divine Gauge. Alright, so we'll first start off with Angelica, the new Grade 3. Alright, so continuous. All your rear guards with Divine Gauge cannot be chosen by opponent's card effect, and they get power plus 5k. Next, when this unit attacks, choose up to 2 of your rear guard. Put up to 1 card from this card soul under them in face down as Divine Gauge. Third effect, at the end of your opponent turn, remove 5 Divine Gauge on the field and you get to heal 1. So first of all, we have protection. Next, we have power buff. Next, we add the gauge, and last but not least, we get to heal. Right, pretty interesting. And just take note that they are all Vanguard effect. Next will be the secondary grade 3, Yggdrasil. Right, this unit gives your unit with Divine Gauge a boost, and not only that, you can actually search for the grade 2 that allows you to withstand your regular effect that was unit that was boosted. Right, so definitely a 4/4. And last but not least, we added Crude Magician. When it enters the field, you get to soul charge 1 for each of your rear guard, which is pretty important in this deck since the Divine Gauge charging is a lot faster than what it used to be. So you definitely need a lot of souls. Right, let's go for the grade 2. So first of all, we have Shrews. When it enters the rear guard circle, you may put up to 1 card from your soul under this card as Divine Gauge. Next, after when it attacks or boosts in battle, you may move 1 or more, actually everything, all the Divine Gauge which is 1 and above, from this unit to another unit and put this unit to soul and draw 1. So you can actually move the Divine Gauge to another unit, which the best target will be Artemis, which gets 10k for each Divine Gauge under it. Right, so definitely a 4/4, and not forgetting the Restander. Right, so the grade 2 is basically quite filled. All 12 slots are taken. Alright, let's go for the grade 1. So for grade 1, we have the new Regalia unit, Val. So after it attacks or boosts, you may put 1 card from the soul under this card as a Divine Gauge. Next, activate. Remove 1 of these units Divine Gauge, you get the soul charge 3. Alright, so this is a soul charging unit, and you get the soul charge 3 at 1 shot. And if your Vanguard is Regalia, in addition, you can retire this unit to counter charge 1. Alright, so counter charge and soul charge. Right, so definitely a 4 copy. Right, so the other 7 cards are actually not Regalia. So first of all, we have the Kurari Witch. So when this unit attacks or boosts and it hits, you get to soul charge 3. Right, we are playing this to increase the amount of soul, and of course there are other unit that can actually replace this. Next will be the Witch Arctic, which will be reprinted in the booster as a triple R foiling. This originally money PR. When it enters the Vanguard rear guard circle, look at top 2, 1 to soul and 1 to top. So you get to increase your soul and manipulate your top deck. Once per turn, when your Vanguard, grade 3 and above Vanguard attacks, during this turn your Vanguard get power plus 5k and this unit get power plus 5k. Right, so definitely a good to have. So at least a 3 copy. So for the replacement, we can actually look at, there's a few candidates. So first of all, we have Artemis that add Divine Gauge to herself. Score for grade 3 searcher, and Hardy for the soul charging. Right, so you have 3 choices, but for this build we're actually going for the Witch instead. And as for trigger, we are playing the regular 4 draw, 8 crit and 4 heal. Alright, so let's take a look at the gameplay for this deck. Alright, we'll start off as the first player's first grade 3 turn. Right, so this is our current hand. Right, so stand and draw. Right, so first off, you're right, Angelica. The ideal force will be force 2, since we're aiming for the wrist stand. Right, so we'll go for the Vanguard first. Right, so next, first of all, we'll have Yggdrasil, which look at top two. Put one to soul and one back to the top of your deck. Right, at this point in time, it doesn't make any difference, so this will go here. And we will call Crude. So we have 6 units, we get the soul charge 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So next we activate Yggdrasil skill. For the plus 1. From your deck, search for the grade 2 Norn, call it onto a rearguard circle, and shuffle the deck. Right, so this unit will enter the field like this. And not only that, put 2 cards onto 2 different units as Divine Gauge. So 1, 2, which means these 2 have boost right now. Next, nonce effect, counter plus 1, draw 1, choose 1 unit and give it a gauge. So we will choose Artemis. Alright, so this is our current field, and we'll go for the continuous. So units with Divine Gauge get power plus 5k. Right, next Artemis get plus 10k for each card in its soul. Right, so you look like something like this. Right, let's go for the attack. So we'll start with the smallest one, 21k, should I? No, we'll go with the Vanguard first. So first attack, Vanguard. When attacking, choose 2 units to give it Divine Gauge. So I will give 1 more to Artemis. Right, this will make it 3. And I'll give 1 to Non. Like this. Right, so first of all, Twin Drive. First check, heal trigger. Heal 1, 10k to Vanguard since we're restanding it. Second check, critical. So critical will go to the side with 10k here. Right, so nonce effect, remove 1 gauge. Discard 1 card from hand. Restand your Vanguard. You get drive minus 1 and power plus 10k. Like this. So first go with this. Oh, sorry. The wish effect, when the Vanguard attack is able to get power plus 5k. Right, so there was a additional 5k just now. Alright, so our Vanguard attack again. So this is 38k with 2 crit, single drive. Right, nothing. Next, 23, 31, and this is 45, 45, 50, 63k with 2 crit. Alright, so that's the basic playstyle for Angelica. So let's say I manage to get through the attack. Let's say I will take like 3 damage. And we'll get the rest. End of the turn, remove 5 gauge from the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I should get the heal 1. Then draw again. Right, so that's the basic playstyle. And we didn't show the grade 2 and grade 1, but it will actually help you to refresh your damage zone and also to refresh your soul. Right, so that's the basic playstyle for the new Regalia.